Hello students, welcome back. I am Rinkesh sir, and today we are going to start with a new chapter, that is chapter number 10, Vector Algebra. Okay, before starting the chapter, let's learn some basics about vectors. Vectors. Now see, what is a vector? Okay, a vector is a quantity that has two things. One, magnitude, and second, direction. Okay, so we can split vector into two parts. Magnitude means the numeric value that we are giving, and direction that will show the direction in which it is having. Okay, just for example, if I take a position vector, see position first, then what is position vector? Okay, the coordinates of any point. Okay, the coordinates of the point like x, y, and z coordinate that represent the position. Let's say if this is P, its coordinates are x, y, and z, then this vector drawn is the position vector, where O is the origin and P point, that is a point. So OP vector OP describes the position of vector OP. Okay. So now if I want to find out the magnitude of any vector, or I can directly write down this way. OP or vector that will be equal to under root of x square plus y square plus z square. Okay, position vector I can represent in two ways, either x, y, z, or x I plus y j plus z k, where I is the direction towards x axis, j is the direction towards y axis, and k that is the direction towards z axis. Okay, so remember in this case this is x axis, y axis, and z axis. Clear? So remember I, J, and K that only represent the position. Means if I take a vector as phi I, let's take a vector A as phi I. So I that is in the direction of x axis, and phi that is the magnitude, means 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This, the vector of magnitude phi in positive x-axis direction can be represented as phi I. Okay, let's take one more example. Let's take it in two dimension. Okay, now see, this is a vector representing in phi I, and this is the vector that is representing in 3j. Okay, see phi I means in positive x-axis, magnitude phi. 3j means positive y-axis, magnitude 3. So the resultant vector of these two, this will be the vector A. So I can represent this vector as A equal to phi I plus 3j, means a vector or a resultant vector of a vector having direction towards positive x-axis with magnitude 5 units, and the other vector is vector towards positive y-axis and the magnitude is 3. The resultant of this both is vector A. Yeah, so this represent vector A represent the position of P, point P. Clear? So this was about the vectors. Now let's see about direction cosines. Now let's see about direction cosines. Direction, I will write down angle, and direction cosine. Now see here you can see point P, okay, and OP, that is R, that is the position vector of point P. Okay, this is y axis, x axis and z axis. Now if the position vector of P makes an angle alpha with x axis, beta with y axis and gamma with z axis, then alpha, beta and gamma are called the direction angle. Okay, direction angle. Clear? And say if I take this triangle, let's say take this triangle as OP, E to A and A to O. And this is okay. If I take this triangle, clear? Then if I find out this angle cos alpha. Okay, what is this R? The magnitude of position vector R will be under root of x square plus the position vector, its magnitude, that will be equal to under root of x square plus y square plus z square. Okay, now this angle will be 90 degree. This angle is 90 degree. So cos alpha adjacent upon this hypotenuse. Okay, so this will be equal to x by r. Okay, this will be equal to x by r. It may appear that AP is the hypotenuse, but we are looking from a different angle. Okay, in reality it will be AP will be the not right angle, OR, that is the position vector, that is the hypotenuse. Okay, because it is twisting outside. OP, clear? This is x axis and this is the position, sorry, this is the just perpendicular from P to x axis, and OA is the base. Clear? So similarly, if I take cos beta, then that will be equal to y by r. What is r? That is OP, magnitude of vector r. That is magnitude of OP under root of x square plus y square plus z square. And cos gamma, that will be equal to z by r. Okay, these are called the direction cosines. Okay, these are the direction cosines. I can represent it as cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma. Okay, or L, M, and L. Clear? See, this will represent only the direction, not the magnitude. So direction cosines, that we'll see further, it will be similar to unit vector. And unit vector shows only the direction. Okay, if I want complete vector, that is vector r, I can represent it as this is the direction multiplied by its magnitude r, because vector has two things, direction and magnitude. So what is the direction? L, M, N. What is the magnitude? R. So it will be L, R, M, R and N, R. Clear? This will be the position vector OP or vector R, whereas the direction cosine, cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma, or x by r, y by r, z by r, or L, M, N. Clear? So this is direction cosine. Just note down this topic. Next, it's types of vectors. First, zero vector. Now see, a vector which have its initial and final position same, means it coincide. That is called zero vector, means its magnitude will be zero. Clear? So zero vector will neither have magnitude nor direction. Second, unit vector. Unit vector means it gives only direction. So the formula for unit vector will be equal to vector upon magnitude of vector. Okay, or else I can also write down in this way, R by R. Clear? Formula wise, x, y, z upon its magnitude x square plus y square plus z square. This is unit vector. Remember, unit vector represent only the direction. Its magnitude will be always equal to 1. Okay. Next, co-initial vector. If two vectors originate from same position, then they are called as co-initial vector. Means both are starting from the same point. Next, collinear vectors. Collinear vectors means two vectors which are parallel. Irrespective of the direction means vector A, vector B. These are collinear. If they are in opposite direction but parallel, then also they are collinear vectors. Okay. Next, equal vectors. Now, equal vectors, two vectors equal in magnitude and same direction. Equal in magnitude and same direction. See, in collinear vector, if the magnitude is different, see, B is having magnitude higher than A, but still they are collinear. But for equal vectors, two vectors having exactly same magnitude and same direction. These are equal vectors. Okay? And negative of a vector, the last one, a vector which is equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. Equal in magnitude, opposite in direction. Means if this is vector A, then exactly with the same magnitude in opposite direction will be minus A. Okay? So remember, two negative vectors will be collinear because they will be parallel. Parallel vector will be having same unit vector. It will have minus direction if they are negative to each other. Okay, so this was about types of vectors. Now let's start with exercise 10.1. Exercise 10.1. First question. Represent graphically a displacement of 40 km 30 degree east of north. First, let's draw. Okay, we know that this is north. Clear. This is east, west, and south. Now the vector is, you have to represent the vector of 40 kilometers, okay, and 30 degree west. So 30 degree, sorry, 30 degree east of north. So from this, I need to take a 30 degree turn towards east. This vector P, and this length must be 40 kilometer. Okay, so this is the vector P representing 40 kilometer, which is 30 degree east of north. Here, so this was about question number 1. So just note down. Let's see the next. Question number 2. Classify the following measures as scalars and vector. Okay, now 10 kg. Now this is a mass, so it doesn't have direction. So this is a scalar quantity. Scalar quantity means the quantity which requires only magnitude and it doesn't require a direction. Whereas vector require both magnitude and direction. The second, 2 meters northwest. 2 meters is the magnitude and northwest is the direction, so it is a vector quantity. Third, 40 degree. Okay, now 40 degree, no unit is written. It can be angle, it can be temperature. Okay, so I would write down this as a scalar. Now, 40 watt. 40 watt is a measure of power. Right? You had learned this, you might have learned this in physics. Power means the rate of work done. Okay? And power is only having magnitude. Right? It doesn't have a direction. So this will be a scalar quantity. Okay, 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. Now this quantity is the charge, right? Now you know the charge, it have only magnitude. Charge doesn't have direction. So this will be also a scalar. Remember, charge is a scalar quantity. The last one, 20 meter per second square. This is acceleration. Okay, acceleration is having both magnitude as well as direction. So this will be a vector quantity. Okay, now third one. Classify the following as scalar and vector. The first is time period. So time period, we know it is a scalar quantity. It doesn't have direction. Distance, again it doesn't have direction. If it is this, if it was displacement, then it would be vector. So it is a scalar. Force, yes. Now force is a vector quantity, that is mass into acceleration. Acceleration is a vector and it is multiplied by a scalar. So force is a vector quantity. It have direction. Velocity, again a vector quantity. Work done, that is force into displacement, both are vector, but it is a scalar product, right? So work does not have direction, so this is a scalar quantity. Okay. Now fourth, figure 10.6, a square, identify the following vectors. Okay, co-initial. Now co-initial vector, what is co-initial vector? Means originating from same point. So here you can see A and D. Both are starting from the same point. So co-initial vector, vector A and vector D. Equal vector means same direction, same magnitude. Now here vector A, vector C both are in opposite direction. But vector D and vector B both are having same length and same direction. So both are equal. Vector D and vector B both are equal vectors. Collinear but not equal. Okay, collinear means parallel. So D and B are parallel, A and C are parallel. But the other condition is not equal. Equal vectors means same direction. So B and D are having same direction. But A and C, they are not having same direction, so both are not equal. Okay, so I will say A and C. Both are collinear but not equal. Okay, next question number 5. A and minus A are collinear. You have to say true or false. Of course, negative vectors are having opposite direction, but they are parallel. Clear? So first statement I will say true. Second, two collinear vectors are always equal in magnitude. No. Collinear vectors, see, if two vectors are parallel but in opposite direction, okay, and if they are not same in magnitude, like this is vector A and this is vector B, both are collinear because having parallel, but magnitude is not same, so this I will see it as false. Third, two vectors having same magnitude are collinear. No. See, if this is vector phi I, means having direction x-axis magnitude phi. This is direction vector phi j, means again magnitude phi, but the direction is different. Okay, but these are not collinear, both are perpendicular, right? So this will be also false. The last, two collinear vectors having same magnitude are equal. No. Example, if this is vector A and this is vector minus A. Both are having same magnitude. Both are parallel, means both are collinear. But both are not equal because direction is not same. So this also I will see it as false. Okay. So this was about question 2, 3, 4 and 5. So just note down. Okay, students, so that's it for today. Thank you.